What is up, guys? I'm smooth and chill. That was so stupid. Anyway, today we're reviewing, and this is my glove. It's actually not part of the blaster. The unknown gun. Okay, there's a huge story to this blaster, and this is not going to be a real blaster. This is just like a combos attachment or a combo of things, and it's actually so good it's a blaster. Yeah, it's an Ionfire that holds 12 instead of 4. Yeah. Okay, story before I get into this. I did this in my old house before I had the channel and all this. I had a scavenger, which is right under my bed, and I took the attachments off, threw it on an Ionfire, because when I counted the attachment rails or whatever, it had the same amount of everything. It had a stock attachment, barrel attachment, and it had like the same amount of rails. What, it had 2? It had like 2 rails. So I'm like, this has everything the scavenger does, so I'm going to see what I do when I take the scavenger stuff and put it on the Ionfire. It was awesome. So, like I did with the Chris Vector review, we're going to just treat this like it's a blaster, like I just went to Walmart and bought it as an entire blaster. So that way we can see what it is if I were to actually buy it, and if it's actually a cool combo. If you should go buy a scavenger, or 2 scavengers, so you have a scavenger, and then you have another one for attachments. So, yeah, that would be cool to have, like, 2. Get it? 2? 2? Sorry, that was stupid. Anyway. Alright, into the review. Starting up in LA front, we have N-Strike attachment. Well, that's where this comes in. Over here, we have the breech loading handle. Don't really need to do it. Now, this is not my first Ionfire. This is actually my penetrator Ionfire. And they got switched because this one, the handle doesn't, when you prime it, it doesn't go in all the way. And when you try to push it in, it goes back out. As you can see, when I pull the trigger, it doesn't work. And this was for my Ionfire, my penetrator, and I had so much trouble with it because I could not fire it until it stays like that and it's locked. It's so annoying. So I took my original Ionfire, which is awesome, and I put it in my penetrator, which I kind of wish I didn't do because that's kind of a waste since I don't use it. But this Ionfire in my hand is so garbage. Like, the Ionfire is not, but this particular Ionfire is trash. So if I have problems in my firing demo, that's that. My other Ionfire, you can't see it. Actually, yeah, hey, you can, right here. I didn't think you guys can see that. Right here, somewhere here, is my other, that is my first Ionfire, which is like one of my first blasters, and it's good. So that one's fine, but this one right here that I'm using for this gun is horrible. So, just that's a disclaimer type thing if you see me having trouble. I'm not dumb, I'm not stupid to the point where I can't fire an Ionfire. It's easy to load and fire, it's just the gun is garbage. But the idea is not garbage, and all the other Ionfires that work are so good. So, on here we have a light. Yeah, I'm blinding you right now. Actually, it looks like you just looks like a lightsaber. Just killed the camera. Over here we have a lay scope, which is incredibly inaccurate. And I say this because this is like 4 inches, 3 or 4 inches away from the barrel. So wherever you're aiming, your dart is going to go under your target. So let's say I'm shooting at like my hand. If I'm like aiming at it with my scope, the dart's gonna go like right here instead of where I'm actually aiming. So that's kind of a disappointment, but a lot of the scopes are like that. Stuff like the Retaliator. Ignore the stock. But like the Retaliator, it's like about an inch away, so you're gonna kind of hit your target. If you pretend you have bullet drop, even at close range, you're gonna hit your target if they're not moving. Like, if you got a sniper on the ground, you just aim a little bit up like you're having, like, a bullet drop system or moment, then you do that. That's how that works. Over here we have a magazine holder. This holds magazines, specifically a scavenger. It does come with this, and it also has 12 ZombieStrike darts, but for the sake of this, I'm using Doomlands because this is a special blaster, and most of the attachments are yellow, so why not? It doesn't fall off. I haven't had it fall off yet, but if it does, I'll let you guys know. But it hasn't fall off yet, which is... The mag does spit out darts, and don't leave your darts in there for too long, because it'll start to do this. Luckily, I didn't leave it in there for too long, but then I had the mag loaded for the entire review of the Chris Victor thing, so it doesn't matter. To the stock does come with a blaster. I just don't have it with me. It's over there in the bag somewhere. I'm not going to get it out, load it, and then fire it. It's just a Joel with another barrel. Like, who cares? So that's that. It would go upside down in here because the scavenger, the stock is upside down. So that's how that works. And you just pull it out and pew pew. So yeah, not much more to go over. Let's get to the firing demo so you guys can see this fire. And the capacity is 3 times the average Ionfire. So I would actually just buy this, even if it cost me like $60, because I have the scavenger. It's still awesome. It's still awesome. Like, come on, capacity of 12 on an Ionfire. All right, I'm gonna have to take my gloves off for this. I put them on to give like the ZombieStrike feeling, but whatever. My hand is too big when it has the stuff on there. All right. I'm just standing close so you guys can see how I load and fire it. And I'm holding the priming handle forward so it doesn't do that weird notch missing trash and it doesn't fire. Try a little long range. Alright, I'm aiming the scope right at the second box. Let's see where the dart lands. Third box. So there's a perfect example of how stuff differentiates. I was aiming here and it went down here, and that's just because of the distance from scope to barrel. Pretty sure there's a word for that, but I don't know what it is. Or maybe there's not. There's so many darts. Dude, how many darts are there? I can see like 3 or more. Maybe it's just because I'm used to firing so fast. Mag is empty. So, how did I fire? Basically, from here I just pull the dart out, or actually I pull this back, pull the dart out, load it in, and since it does that separating thing, it just happened to not do it now, but there we go. So since it does this, I just have to hold it forward and then fire, so it'll work. And then when the mag's empty, you can actually intervene. So you can take a mag out and then load. I don't have another mag around me right now, but yeah, you can load that again. So that's pretty useful. Personal opinion, this is awesome. I think you should try this. If you have a lot of money lying around and you don't have any new Nerf blasters and you want to do mods, this is definitely something cool. But, I mean, I wouldn't waste your money on it. I just happen to have a scavenger. You can do this even without another thing, but this is so cool for all of you that are like, it's breech loading, it only holds 12, you know, it's still cool, and you can take mags, so that's the best part. So if you have tons of mags, and you're like, this Ionfire is stupid because it doesn't take mags. Well, now it does, and now the mags have a purpose. So, this is actually a decent buy, and the barrel doesn't have a tube in it. So when the dart comes out, it's not like rubbing against the barrel. And it's got a bunch of space, so it doesn't like bounce around in there. So this does not do anything to your performance. Usually I'll say something like this. It's really skinny, like just about the size of the dart. So the dart will, it still comes out. Just it's gonna do something to your performance. So this won't. So this is just firing a normal Ionfire. But then at that point, if I had an Ionfire that's like breech loading, you know, I wouldn't really stick with that. If I were to go with anything, I'd probably go with something like this. A Chris Vector. Yeah. None of this breech loading, because I can fire 12 just like this. Actually, I'm just going to do it over here. Fire 12 just like this. Yeah. I just go with this. Just get one of these. Strife in a tissue box. Done. You know what I might do? Listen to this. I might actually just buy another Strife and then just put that Chris Vector kit on there, and like maybe screw it on, or not screw it on, but like glue it on. So that way you have a separate Strife just for that. That would be so stupid, but also awesome. Because the Strifes, they do go through mags and definitely batteries quite a bit, but then when I have two Strifes, I'm going to just fire one or the other. So, boom. Yeah, I might buy another Strife just for that. It's stupid, I know, but the Strifes are pretty cheap now on Amazon. So, last time I checked, they're like $17. That's not that bad. I mean, I paid more for the Lawbringer than I would for a Strife on Amazon. So why not? And with Prime, it's easy. I sound like a commercial. And with Prime, it's easy. Shop Amazon now.